It's that time again. Time for me to share with you the things I've been loving lately. If you're interested in hearing all about my favorites, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Aisha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This video is a video that I do monthly in which I tell you all about all the things I've been loving lately. Now, I know a lot of you all watch my channel strictly for fragrances. This video will not include any fragrances. However, the very next video that you see from me will be my fragrance version of this. I typically call it my most addictive fragrances right now. So keep an eye out for that if you only care about fragrances. But if you want to see all the other things I've been into over the past month, then just keep watching. So we'll start with makeup. And I have to say, this time around, I only have a couple makeup products and mainly like just super random stuff. So I only have 2 makeup products to share. And the first one is this liquid blush. This is from Rare Beauty and this is in the color Joy. So this is a liquid blush. I will swatch it for you all. I picked this up not too long ago and I picked up this color and another color, but this is the one that I have been loving. So that's what it looks like swatched. Of course, it doesn't look like that on your face. I'm actually wearing it today. I've worn it in quite a few videos actually, and I just love the way it looks. I like the way it blends into my skin. It doesn't give me too much of a dewy look, which is what I was concerned about. It doesn't accentuate any pores and it blends out quite nicely and just looks like a nice flush of color, which is what I want when I try a liquid or cream blush. So I think they did a really good job with this formulation. I would like to go in store and kind of see what other colors they have in store. But as of right now, I've been loving Joy and I think it's great for brown skin, really any skin tone, but I think in particular brown skin, orange blush, you know, they just work. They just work. So again, that's what it looks like on my hand. And I'm not going to blend it out because I don't want to get my fingers all messy, but this is it on my cheek blended out. So again, that is Joy from Rare Beauty. The other makeup item I have is from Haus Labs, and this is the Le Monster Lip Crayon, and this is in the shade Peach Matte. So this is Lady Gaga's brand, and I'm not really into celebrity, well, maybe I am into celebrity makeup, but I don't just buy things from celebrities because I like that person. So I'm not like a Lady Gaga fan. I don't have anything against her, but I probably couldn't tell you one of her songs, so you know. But anyway, I saw that she re-released her makeup brand with Sephora and the images really caught my attention, and there are some other products that I want to try from them, but I decided to just take it easy and try out these lip crayons first. I have this one in another color, but I have to tell y'all I haven't worn the other color yet. So this is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I actually wore it in another video as well, and I just love the way it looks. It is a matte finish on the lips, but it is not a drying matte. It actually just really reminds me of a crayon when I swatch it. It feels so good. It's very kind of lightweight and it kind of puts you in the mind of like those powdery type lipsticks, but it's not dry and powdery. It's just like a very lightweight texture, but it stays in place. It is not transfer proof. It's not that type of lipstick, but it is transfer resistant. If I'm explaining that right, but I love these, y'all. I love it. I love the way it look on my lips. They don't accentuate any dryness. Even if I don't exfoliate before wearing them, you can put a gloss on top of them as well, which I have done, and they work beautifully with a gloss as well. But I am just loving this, and this is a peach lipstick. I feel like peach lipstick is kind of hard to do because sometimes it can make you look a little dead flat, but I'm wearing it today with no liner, which I don't always wear lip liner, but I'm wearing it with no liner and I think it looks amazing and I love it, y'all. I love it. So again, that is Peach Matte from Haus Labs, and this is the Le Monster Lip Crayon. Next up, I have a couple fashion items, and if you watch my vacation haul that I put up probably about a month ago at this point, I feel like I could have put pretty much everything in that video in this favorites video. Like I did good, y'all. The stuff I bought I have been enjoying, but I didn't want to repeat the same video, but some of the items are going to be items that I showed you in there. So sorry. So this next item is the bag that I hauled in that video. And this is the YSL West Hollywood bag. I have been loving this, y'all. I have been loving this as an everyday bag. So this is a gray bag, which I was a little bit concerned about because I didn't know if it would match with everything. But I have to tell y'all, if I had this bag, I don't know exactly how long I've had it, but let's say if I've had it 30 days, I've worn it at least 20 of those days at some point during the day. And that is saying something for me. This has been like the perfect everyday bag. And although it's gray, I've worn this with brown, I've worn it with cream, I've worn it with black, obviously, gray, obviously. Any color, because of the way that the gray is. It's kind of like this chameleon type gray. In some lights, it looks a little bit brownish. And even though it's a gray bag, but I feel like depending on what you pair it with, it just works, and it's not as harsh as a black bag. And I've just been loving this, y'all. I have been getting so much enjoyment out of this bag. It's so easy. It is smushy. I know this bag is not for everybody. I know this is not for the it girls or anything like that, but it is it for me, y'all. This is just giving, as my girl Chichi Lux said when I hauled this is giving, I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. Like, for real, for real. Like, I love this bag. I crossbody this bag. I will say that if you're looking into this bag, if you are tall, this may not work for you. My friend got the same bag, and I think she's like 5'9", and she has to wear it on the longest adjustment, and she said it still kind of cuts it close as a crossbody, but she can get away with it. She is on the thinner side though, so keep that in mind. If you're plus size and tall, you probably will not be able to crossbody this, but of course you can wear it one strap. I'm shorter, so it falls like perfectly for me, and I wear it on like the middle hole. So yeah, just figure I had to mention this, y'all. My stuff is in here now, see? I've been carrying the heck out of this bag, and I've just been thoroughly enjoying it. I have not been babying it. Of course, I don't throw my bags around, but it has just been like the perfect everyday bag. Fits all my stuff, and it's just like a joy to carry. It's not too heavy, although it's a leather bag. And yeah, I can't speak highly enough, y'all. So again, this is the YSL West Hollywood bag, and this is in the croc print, and the color is coal if you're interested. This bag is no longer available readily. I got this from YSL outlet, but if I can find some on Fashion File, because they are on there sometimes, I'll link it for you all down below. So the other bag that I have been enjoying is, well, I've been enjoying all my bags, I'm not gonna lie. I love my handbags, but I don't want to come on here and share the same ones over and over. But this one is one that I have had for years. I think I got it when my son was born, like shortly after my son was born, and he is 7 now. So this is the Longshot Backpack, and this is one of those bags that I bought to be like a mom bag, sort of, when I didn't need as much stuff. And so I hadn't really been carrying it a lot, honestly, recently. But I carried this to a theme park, and I've been carrying it to like kids' birthday parties and stuff lately. And I just love it. It's like the perfect lightweight backpack. You can fold this up if you want. I never refold mine, but you can fold it up, button it, and it packs into this little tiny thing. But it's just like so lightweight. I'm never concerned about it. It's nylon or whatever material this is, but it's quite durable. I've thrown this in the washer a few times, no problems. It does have leather trim, but it washes like perfectly, y'all, perfectly. And it's just like so easy. So when I went to a theme park recently, I wore this as a backpack, and it was a theme park that had like a water park or a splash pad that my kids were gonna do. So my husband carried the big backpack with like towels and stuff, but I put some of our other stuff in this little small backpack, and then I had my fanny pack on like I was in complete mom mode, and it just worked. It just worked. And of course, this works for playgrounds, anything where I need to carry a few little things with me, but I don't want to be fancy, and I don't want to have a bag that I really would be concerned if something got messed up on it. I've just been loving this. So I do carry this as a backpack, but I have carried it handheld as well before too, and it's light enough to do that. So yeah, anyway, I had to share this because this bag deserves some love. It's been around a long time and I never talk about it, but it honestly is a workhorse. So yeah, anyway, this is the Longshot Backpack. I'm pretty sure it's still available. If I can find it, I will link it for you all. It may not be available in this color, but I know they used to make it in a ton of colors, so I'll definitely link something for you all. Next up, we're going to talk about these earrings. And if you watch my most recent vlog, then I told y'all these were going to be in this favorites video, but I'm wearing them for y'all today, and I love these earrings, y'all. I love them. They have been on my wish list for about 2 months, and they come in different colors. They are from Swarovski. But I thought I was going to get the pink color because y'all know I love pink. I love wearing pink. But last minute, I decided to switch to the yellow because I figured they would pop better on my skin tone. They would go with more things. And I was right. I do not regret these at all. I love them. These are part of the Lucent collection. So I don't know if you all can tell, but there's just like crystals. These are all crystals. Colored crystals. Very nice. The workmanship on these, I mean, when you see these in person, they look really stunning in my opinion. And this is only my second time wearing these earrings, but they're a favorite, y'all. They're a favorite. The first time I wore them, I went out on a date, got a compliment on them. Of course, I love them, so it didn't really even matter, but they stand out. They're kind of a statement piece. So when I wear these, I don't plan on wearing them with a lot of other like necklaces or anything because these are like the star of the show. The star of the show. I love these earrings. Hopefully y'all are seeing them good on camera, but if not, definitely maybe go to your Swarovski store and see if you can see them in person there because they are stunning. The way they catch the light is amazing. So loving these. The last fashion type item that I have are these shoes that were also in my most recent haul. And these are Dolce and Gabbana. That's what they look like up close. They are kind of cut out slides, flat heel, and I've been loving these, y'all. They go with everything. I've only worn them maybe like 3 times now, but they literally go with everything. I could wear them literally every day if I so chose. I do not choose to do that because I'm new to the luxury shoe game. This is my first pair of luxury designer shoes. And so, yeah, I don't want to wear them every day. Like, I don't want to wear them out. I still don't know how I feel about luxury shoes because they're constantly on the ground. And that has been my hang up why I have never purchased any for myself. But I have to say, I have been thoroughly enjoying these. And I like the price point on these. Even though they are a luxury shoe, they feel luxury. They look luxury. They're not as expensive as some other slides. So if you're looking at like the Hermes Oran or the Gucci interlocking G slides or the Fendi slides, these are less expensive than all of those. Now, don't get me wrong, they're still expensive because it's Dolce & Gabbana, but they're not like giving you Louis Vuitton prices, Chanel prices, Hermes prices, none of that. So yeah, I'm not ready for that yet. Anyway, I've been loving these and I figured I had to share them because I did haul them. And at the point where I hauled them, I hadn't worn them, but I have worn them now and I love them. They're quite comfortable and I love the look of them. They're a little bit of a pop to any type of plain outfit and they absolutely go with everything. I really want a couple other colors, but I told myself that I am going to wait and actually like wear these a good amount of times before I splurge on another color because I don't know how they're going to hold up or anything like that. I have no experience with them besides wearing them like 3 times now. So yeah, that's why I have not purchased another color, but there may be another color in my future, maybe for next summer or whatever. So anyway, love these. Next up, I have a candle that I want to share with you, and this was actually sent to me from the brand, but I didn't have to mention it, but I have been thoroughly enjoying it. So this is the Benevolence candle from House of Siage. I have it in the box because it doesn't have a top, so when I'm not using it, I put it in the box so that it doesn't get dusty. But this is what the candle looks like, which I like. It's kind of plain, minimalistic, and I enjoy that. But I really enjoy the smell. So this smells like Benevolence, which is one of their popular scents. And to me, what it smells like is sweet orange blossom, marshmallow type scent. A little bit of almond in it as well. But overall, just like a sweet floral scent that kind of leans more on the edible side of floral. So this has good throw to it. Very good throw. This is not my first House of Siage candle, but this has the best throw out of all the ones that I have from the brand. I burn this in like my big open area downstairs, and I can literally smell it in my whole house after it's been burning for like 30 minutes, y'all. And that's saying a lot because my house is very open. So I will say, if you have like a very open area in your house, sometimes it's hard to smell those candles because they kind of can go anywhere. Like, I feel like if you burn a candle in an enclosed room, you can smell it more. If you burn it in a really big open space, it's hard to smell them unless they're like a big 3-wick. This is a 1-wick candle, and it gives it to me. Like, I can smell this throughout my entire open area of my house, which is saying a lot. So I definitely wanted to mention that because I've been loving this candle, y'all. I burned it. It doesn't look that far down for as much as I've burned this candle, but I've burned it probably at least like 4 or 5 times. Like, yeah, I don't burn my candles every day because I like to switch them up, but I have been thoroughly enjoying that one. Next up, I have one food type item, and this is from Monin, and this is their pistachio syrup. So I've been using this in my iced coffee. I feel like this is a forever fave for me at this point. I think maybe like a year or two ago, Starbucks came out with a pistachio latte. I got hooked on them, and then once it was discontinued, I found a pistachio syrup online, ordered it, and it's been love ever since. But I will say this is one that when I run out of it, I will go like a couple months without reordering it. But when I reorder it, it's like, where have you been all my life? Like, I just never get tired of this pistachio syrup. It's so good. And I've been making my own iced coffee at home a lot. And yeah, I've been using this. And I like that I'm making it at home because I feel like I can control, you know, how it tastes, number one, but also I'm controlling like what I'm putting in it. So I'll do like 1 pump of this as opposed to what I would get from Starbucks, which will be like 5 pumps probably, and so many calories that we don't even need to talk about. But even when I make my iced coffee at home with this, I'm probably looking at about 80 calories for the drink as opposed to like 300 or whatever. So anyway, not that y'all care about that, but I figured I would mention that because I feel like that's important, that I have that extra bit of control by having the syrup at home myself. So yeah, if you're a pistachio lover, you just need to get this. It will up your iced coffee game by 1,000%. So again, that's the Monin pistachio syrup. So next up, I have a few entertainment type items to share with you all. And the first one is an audiobook, and this is called Tell Me the Truth from Kirsten Moglin. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but I have finished this book. I don't know why it says I haven't finished it, but I have finished this book, and it was just so good. I finished it so quickly. I can't really tell y'all what it's about. Well, I can. It's about a woman that thinks her husband is cheating on her, and she goes through all these different things to basically find out the truth. And that's all I'm going to tell y'all. But it was really, really good. So if you like suspense type novels, then check this one out. If you're looking for a new book to read, it's like to me, it was an easy listen. I didn't actually physically read it, but it was an easy listen. I listened to it, I think, when I was traveling, and I'm pretty sure I finished it within like 2 days. So yeah. Tell Me the Truth from Kirsten Moglin. 2 TV shows I wanted to share. The first one is called Loot, and this is an Apple TV original, so you can only see it on Apple TV Plus or whatever it's called. I don't know. Whatever Apple's streaming thing is called. That's the only place you can see actually both of these shows. So this first one is called Loot, and it's so funny, y'all. It's starring Maya Randolph, or is it Rudolph? It's starring Maya Rudolph. Hopefully I'm saying that correct, but she's from a Saturday Night Live alumni or whatever. Y'all know who she is. But anyway, it's starring her, and she's a recently divorced billionaire who basically is trying to find a way to spend her money. And it's so good, y'all. It is so good. It's funny, but it also kind of makes you think. Like, there are some serious parts in the show, and it's just really entertaining. It's easy to watch. It's only like a 30-minute show. So my husband and I have been watching that together, and we have been thoroughly enjoying it. If you have never watched the show on Apple TV Plus, they don't release all their episodes at once. So you kind of have to like wait for the episode, which I enjoy. I'm not like a Netflix binger or anything like that. So I watch my episodes, you know, like once a week or whatnot. And then the other show is Old. old, but I just got into it. It's called The Morning Show, and it's starring Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and Steve Carell, I believe. But it's so good. It's about, they are on a morning show. That's all I'm really gonna say about it. They're on a morning show, and it's kind of about the ins and outs and politics of it. If y'all have seen that, don't spoil it for me. I'm in the first season, okay? I think they're on season 3 now, or maybe it's just 2 seasons. But this was one of the first shows that Apple released when they first released their new Apple original series. So this is one of the first shows. It's been on my to watch list since then, and I finally started watching it. My husband and I watch it together, and I just find it really interesting. We actually talk about a lot of the episodes and the dynamics of it. So check it out if you're looking for something interesting. It does have a little bit of comedy in it, but it's not a comedy, but it has kind of some comedic relief in it. And it's just very interesting in my opinion. So definitely check that out if you have not. So those were the things I've been loving lately. Not much beauty stuff. I've been keeping it really easy on the makeup, but I feel like I had a lot of good like random faves and fashion faves, and definitely stuff that I wanted to share with y'all. In the comments below, let me know one thing you've been enjoying. It could be an experience or a TV show or makeup, whatever you want to share. Let us know one thing in the comments that you've been enjoying over the last month. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Also, turn your notification bells on so that you don't miss a video from me. I typically upload 3 days a week, so turn them on so you don't miss anything. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me over there. I give you all sneak peeks of my day-to-day life and unboxings and whatever else I got going on over there. So definitely check me out on Instagram. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.